Hi there. Today I'm going to look into making kind of cyberpunk, retro-y sort of virtual city, a bit like something like out of Tron, I guess. I want to experiment making something for my own 3zuni.com universe in this aesthetic, but rather than starting something with that, I just want to put it on the back burner because I've got other work, but I want to experiment using a quote as inspiration. So the quote is from William Gibson's Neuromancer, so it's a very memorable quote. Perhaps you've read the book. If you haven't, definitely read it. It's cyberpunk, virtual reality, all that sort of stuff, but it foresaw that. It was like all good science fiction, it kind of predicted the world to come. I think it was written in 1979. Here's the quote. Transparent 3D chessboard extending to infinity, inner eye opening to the stepped scarlet pyramid of the Eastern Seaboard Fission Authority, burning beyond the green cubes of the Mitsubishi Bank of America and high and very far away so the spiral arms of the military systems forever beyond his reach. I might have to pause this video a few times because I'm using the latest download of Blender 2.80 and some of the shortcuts are not don't seem to be responding to what I usually use. Okay, so it's good when you're doing sort of illustration kind of work based on a quote or the story is to break it into the object. So we've got a transparent 3D chessboard extending to infinity. So that's one of the things. I don't know what the inner eye opening actually. Inner eye opening to the stepped scarlet pyramid. I don't know what that means. It's a bit like that in Blade Runner, isn't it? When he's got his eye. I don't know. Let me know if you think you know what it is or you know what it is. Stepped scarlet pyramid of the Eastern Seaboard Fission Authority. So that's going to be the furthest thing away, I think. Burning beyond the green cubes of the Mitsubishi Bank of America. So the Mitsubishi Bank of America is going to be before the scarlet stepped pyramid of the Eastern Seaboard Fission Authority. And then very far away, so the spiral arms of the military systems forever beyond his reach. So I'm thinking spiral arms, a bit like DNA strands. I might have to pause the video at that point to work out the best way to do that because I'm kind of doing this on the fly. Right. So first one is chessboard, transparent chessboard, right? So that's going to be fun. I'm going to shift add, mesh plane, S to scale it. Oops. Select the cube. Let's get rid of the cube for now. Well, forever. It's gone. S to scale it. Let's scale it to this size. Let's go to overlays and get rid of the grids because we're going to have our own grids going on. Okay, I'll just G and Z, bring that over the axis in the viewport. So I'm going to go to tab and I'm going to press W to subdivide, W to subdivide, W to subdivide, W to subdivide. Let's do it again. Shall I do it again? Yes, let's be ambitious. Okay, so that's a grid now. And then I'm going to go up to select random. To be honest, I've forgotten the shortcut keyboard in Blender. I think there was one, I can't find it now because the new version. So select random. Oh, actually, I didn't. Okay, so let's do it again. Select random. So that's nice. Probably reduce the percentage a bit. What do you think if I'm going to... Yeah, that's kind of nice. And then I'll delete that. Alright, so that's made a kind of cool grid. There's a bit too many, there's not enough spaces, is there? I don't think. So I'm going to go to select again. Actually, I'm going to press A and then W to subdivide again. Then I'm going to select random. Let's do about that much. I'm going to delete that. It'll just give it a bit of a variety. Yeah, it's kind of looking kind of gritty, kind of cyberpunky, isn't it? Okay. Let's go to the quotes. Where's the quotes? Okay, so green cubes of the Mitsubishi Bank of America. So these are going to be kind of in the foregrounds. So I'm going to go Shift A. Cube. Oh, hang on. That's a bad thing to do. You come out of edit mode. So I'm in object mode, Shift A. If you add it in edit mode, it's the same object as the other one in edit mode in Blender. So cube, G, move the cube towards me, G, X, G, Z. Alright, and I'm going to scale it down a bit so it kind of matches the scaling on the grid. There's no way to tell about scale, it's just you have to use your own intuition. That's why I think live drawing of architecture and things is a really good thing to do, because it wires your brain to think about spaces and what looks aesthetically pleasing and what might not. So I'm going to press tab, and all I'm going to do is just going to do a few extrudes up and down. Just make it kind of simple blocks. So these are kind of like the green, what is it? The green cubes. Okay, the cubes, but this is artistic license, you know. Okay, so there's one tower. Actually, let's make a bit come out there. And then I'm gonna press tab, and then I'll do Shift D to duplicate, G, Y on the Y-axis. Right. As I said, I might pause this video for breaks because I need to find some things out about, especially the particle systems at the back. So that's the green cubes. Let's change this somewhat so it's a bit of variety, but it still looks like the same architect or even programming algorithm that has created these Mitsubishi green cubes. Yeah. Now I've added a bit more detail on that. I'll probably add a bit more detail on that as well, just to keep them kind of happy and looking similar but different, kind of like virtual totem poles, aren't they? Okay, what are we doing now? So I'm going to go and have a look at the Eastern Seaboard Fishing Authority burning beyond the green cubes. Okay, so that's going to be up here somewhere. What I'm going to do is Shift and Add, and I'm going to go to, I'm going to make a cube, I'm going to scale the cube up, go to edit mode, select the top. Although it's a pyramid, it could be a pyramid with a flat thing on the top. Tab, G, Z, S. Alright, so that's the pyramids. And as it's going to be very far away, I'm going to shift and click these and bring G, X, bring them into the foreground a bit, GX. Perhaps shift that one back, GX. Because I'm thinking about where the camera is going to be, probably around here. And then I'll make this a bit larger. It does say truncated stepped pyramid, but I quite like it like this. And in fact, you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute as well. They'll make it look kind of stepped. You can use the modifier, which is the modifier, which is, yeah, remesh, and we can go to blocks, and we can do that. Do it again. This gets really can crash. Yeah, I don't like that. It looks too Aztec-y. Nothing wrong but with Aztec, but I want to keep it more futuristic. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to Control and R, and then mouse wheel up. And you might have an inkling of what I might be doing with this in a minute, perhaps. Okay, so that's looking okay. Let's go. We're on the Eevee shader here. Let's go to rendered. So at the moment it just looks like grey. Okay. Just move the light a bit. I'm going to make a sun. And this is where these new icons get a bit annoying. That's the sun, lamp, sun. Whoa. Let's bring the energy down. RR to random rotate, free rotate. So the camera's going to be back here, RZ. So you can get some good effects happening here. Okay, so now I'm going to try a subsurface scatter. I might need to solidify this structure as well, just to make it look subsurfacey, but for now I'm going to try it without that. So I'm going to go to material, and I'm going to go to new, use nodes, and I'm going to go to subsurface. And let's make it red. Let's delete this. Let's delete that sun. Let's go to modeling, shading and modeling. I'm going to shift A, and I'm going to add a light. GX. So now it's inside that. Blend mode. Whoa. That's kind of done something weird. It's kind of flipped the normals and it's lighting up. No, that's interesting. What I'm going to do now is go to worlds, and I'll make it dark. So we're starting to get what's happening. Yeah. Let's go to overlays. Take off that damn grid. I think I'll use the material in there as well. It's not really doing what I want it to do though. Let's have a look again. There's some interesting effects happening though. And to be honest, subsurface scattering is not my forte. I never really get it right. Alright, let's go to this material. Do that. Anyway, it's green, isn't it? This is gonna be green. The Mitsubishi green. Yeah. Perhaps if I solidify it. Let's have a look. Solidify. Yeah. I'm gonna just make this into an emissive material. It's gonna be easier for now, and you can just experiment. I'll experiment later on the. And now it's done something interesting. Why has it done that? So this material is. There's no material, but it's. It looks like it's doing some subsurface scattering already, like that. I don't know. Oh, so now it's gone to that material. I'm going to make an emission. I'm going to make an emission. No, see, emit. Let's make it green. Oh, that's quite nice. All right, let's take the emission down a bit. Okay, and then that's annoying me, the green down there, so I'm gonna make a new material in there. Let's just make it red for now. Alright. I'm still not liking it. I'm gonna, okay, Shift D. So I've duplicated that. And I'll take that material off, I'll make another material. And this material is going to be kind of a white for now, and I'm going to use a wireframe modifier on this. Okay, so you can kind of see how that's going to pan out. All right. So the wireframe is making it look, you know, kind of retro-y and cool. And although it looks good, I'm gonna make the material emission for that as well. So it goes a nice white. And I'll do the same here, so I'll Shift and D. I'm still thinking in 3ds Max world. Shift and D. Then I'm going to go to Modify, and we're going to go to Wireframe again. And let's just thicken that to whatever. Go to Material, and let's make it bright light, clear and bright. And that's not the same. Yeah, that's not the same material, is it? Yeah, okay. And this is going to be the Scarlet Pyramid. Is it Scarlet? Scarlet. New. And this is where I'm trying to remember what Scarlet is. In fact, we need to make this an emission again. Scarlet Pimpernel or Scarlett Johansson. What is Scarlet? Is that Scarlet? No. Well, that might not be Scarlet, but it's a pretty cool red. Shift D. Did I duplicate that? No. Shift D. I pressed Shift D. Shift G by accident. And go to Modify again and go to Wireframe. So now you see what I was doing here. Yeah. Now I'm going to go to Material. Sorry, Material, not World. It looks exactly the same almost. And I'm going to go to change the material to the white again. Okay, so we've got red and green, and we should make this blue, I guess. So I'm going to do it an emission material again. I was messing around with a scene like this the other day, and it was looking really good as a subsurface scatter tool, but because I kind of forgot exactly what I did here, I'm just, for speed's sake, I'm just doing it as emission material. Okay, that's probably a bit too bright because we want the bright objects of the city to show up. There's not really any definition of that, so I'm going to go to Shift and D, and then make the wireframe effect, and that's going to be too thick on that. That's an interesting thing. Let's made it like that. Or is that going to look bad? Actually, I'm not sure I like that. In fact, it could be good if I lift that up a little bit and then change this color a bit. So I'll make a new material. See how that's looking. I'm going to make it, sorry, an emission material. Well, it's too much. Let's kind of take it to the blue there from the original and lift it up a bit. It's probably a bit too much going on. Take it down under there. Yeah, possibly. Oh, it's not bad. I think I'll lighten this. So always be thinking in your scene, how are the colors balancing, etc., etc. Hopefully you didn't hear my stomach rumbling just then. Okay, so we've got the Mitsubishi, the Scarlet Bank, and we've got the chessboard. So I think I'm going to make that a bit more reddish. And I think the grid underneath is a bit too much going on. In fact, these cubes are too detailed. Making them larger like this make you more focus on the other things. Let's just border select that and G, X, pull it back so it looks farther away. I'll just save this. Just anything. Okay, let me think. So the world is black there. It's not particularly, color doesn't really fit into the way of the look, the aesthetic. All right. The strands could, the DNA kind of strands of the military systems. Just, it'd be really nice to make kind of really complex curve. Let's just do a Bezier for now, see what that looks like. Where is the Bezier? Okay, let's scale it. S to scale. G. Oops. G. And see, I'm not naming my objects in this scene for speed's sake, but it's always good to name your objects proper names because you'll lose them, get bogged down. I'm really not very good at naming names in 3D graphics. So let's scale it up again. G. So remember, we're going to kind of look at this from this angle, or perhaps I could do an animation or zoom in from this angle. So let's press Tab on the Bezier, and let's right click the handle, the middle end handle, and move it down a bit. Right click that, the top, and move it up a bit, and then grab the handles and keep moving like so. So these, if you think about it, the strands are going off into the sky, into the ether, away from the camera, so we can't see it. So it kind of leads us to you know, that's the military systems, Cyberdyne systems, Terminator, by the way. So let's duplicate it. Let's kind of move it around, give it a bit of variety. Actually, that's looking a bit DNA-ish, isn't it? That's quite nice. It's spiraling. Shift G. Shift D, Z, Z, G. So kind of spirals going up there. Okay, so now they're just, you can't see them. So we go to Bezier curve here, and we're gonna, whoops, just got a text, all busy. So I'm going to, is it me or have they changed this? Where have they put the, okay. Just it's going to be a just a little thing. Yeah, but again, it's a bit too thick. Remember, these are just strands, so I'm going to have to make it 0.05 due to the very small scaling here. Right. And what color could the strands be? I'll just delete these ones. I'm just going to use this one for now. So let's go to Material, New, Again, let's do the emission. Okay, so that's blue, green, red. We could do a sort of neon purple, couldn't we? Alright. Voila. Shift D. Shift D. And then going to go to Tab and G to sort of give them a bit of variety. If they're sort of moving around or pulsing or something like that. Tab. Alright, so it's quite a basic scene, but it does look, it's beginning to look kind of cyberpunky or Tron-like, yeah? So I can go to the render settings, and then because we're on Eevee, remember? Eevee. I can switch on bloom, and look at that. Voila! There you go, voila! And we can play around with bloom. We can make that. Wow. Okay. So we've got that. I'm gonna just play around with the settings here a bit. I'm gonna pause this for your convenience and have a look at some of the other things we can do here. Okay, join you in a minute. Thanks. Speak soon. Hi again. So after seeing that animation, I'll play it again at the end as well. It's just a short thing to show you what I did when I paused the video. So with the material for these, I changed them to subsurface in the end. I made sure there was a light inside them, and then this one is the pyramid is subsurface as well, and this one is subsurface as well, because when that was on as an emission, it showed up all to the end. When it's subsurface, then the lights just stop, so it creates a nice stop effect there. The neon is emission, just to make, is it the government DNA systems at the top, and then that's it. So it's quite a simple scene, but it's quite effective. It's quite cyberpunky, futuristic. Alright, so remember to subscribe to the channel, click the bell, because that's when you get notifications on the subscribe. And also check out citiesofImagination.com for more ways to make imaginary cities. So thank you very much, and bye for now. Have a great day, evening, morning, wherever in the world you are. Bye.